keeping it alive. Carlo can't grab it. It comes to Verhaeghe. Turns, shoots, scores! Carter Verhaeghe! And the Panthers have eliminated the Boston Bruins!
I've been telling you people that it ain't happening. They're not going to win the Stanley Cup. This is interesting to see, a daily sports podcast. News, narratives, takes, gambling. Nick, you weren't here yesterday. I know. Ask me where I was. Oh, I was stranded in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, because I was traveling over the weekend from Philadelphia. I live in North Carolina. Like, well, what were you doing in Harrisburg? What was I doing in Harrisburg? Indeed. But I'm here now with all of you, both of you, all of you, whoever you are. And it's been a garbage 24 hours for the city of Boston, which is just amazing. The biggest collapse and perhaps biggest upset in the history of hockey. The Tampa Bay Lightning were the best team in NHL regular season history in 2019. They were swept to the first round. That's a collapse, and they just got in their own head and whatever. This is worse because Boston led the series 3-1. Probably Patrice Bergeron's last game. He is a no-doubt Hall of Fame player. He is also, and I will say this with my chest, the most overrated hockey player of my lifetime. For being so fucking good, he never wins anything. They never win shit. Ever. And he, in those games, plays like trash. So, I mean, the most overrated player in my lifetime. I mean, he's very good. He's very, very good. And a Hall of Famer, no doubt. But he has one Stanley Cup that Zdeno Chara and Tim Thomas won for him. He's overrated. Sorry about it. Let's move on to basketball. Philadelphia 76ers, Boston Celtics, what the NBA hoped would be the conference final, I would imagine, has become the conference semifinal. And then the best player in the world, Giannis Antetokounmpo, is not in the playoffs anymore after shitting the bed. However, we do get Celtics, Sixers, Joel Embiid not playing last night. So that means that the Sixers would have to turn to James Harden to do some stuff, even though he hasn't done some stuff in the playoffs in quite a while, and he did.
Cut by the defense. Here comes Tatum, one to fire, blocked in.
Okay, 0 on the shot clock. Boston doesn't know what to do. No shot. They just throw it to the Sixers before the shot clock violation. So if you gain possession of the ball before the shot clock hits 0, it's just your ball. It's just a steal, obviously.
It's intercepted. Maxi's got it. The shot clock didn't go off. Maxi the other way. Slams it down.
Pretty big game for Maxey right there, but the moment of the game comes later. The Sixers are down 114 to 115, 18 seconds left on the clock. James Harden has 42 points.
Green, Harden works around it, drives the defense of Horford. Difference of 2 seconds, game clock and shot clock. Harden sizing up Horford. It's a 3. Good! Harden's got 4.
And the Sixers win. The reason you get James Harden, the reason he works with Joel Embiid, the reason is that when Joel needs these days off, Harden used to be. He certainly used to be. But he is the kind of guy that can go out and drop 40 when you need to just from behind the arcs. Sixers' best three-point shooting team in the NBA. It's going to be a great series. I fully expect it to go 6-7 or something. If Embiid wakes up healthy in a couple days, it could go 4. The Sixers could sweep the Celtics. With Joel Embiid last night, the Sixers destroyed the Celtics. I mean, if he just adds 20 points and 10 rebounds, they destroy them. But they don't have him. So this is going to be an interesting series. The Celtics were 10-point home favorites last night. Alas, they cannot make it happen that well, but that's how it goes. The defending Stanley Cup champion, Colorado Avalanche, were eliminated over the weekend. All of this shit we should have done the other day. I know. I was in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. No disrespect to Central PA, but kind of disrespect to Central. Why did they fly you in the wrong direction? I know. But we all have to deal with these people all the time. Game 7 for the Devils and the Rangers last night, and yeah, what a great series that was. Rangers go up 2-0, then the Devils win 3 in a row, then the Rangers win, and then, drum roll, Devils win 4-0. They just destroyed them. Kicked their ass. However, there was a pretty violent hit in this game. Do we want to see the violent hit? Sure. You can watch on Spotify or YouTube. Here we go.
Timo Meier. Oh, blasted by Trouba and not getting up. Another one of those big hits by Trouba.
I have not seen a consensus opinion as to whether or not it was a dirty hit, and now Twitter isn't working. But that's okay. I think that it might have been clean, but I also think you're down 2-0 in the game 7, and your captain does something like that. It's like a frustration thing, and also it may have been chicken shit. Who knows? Who's to say? Regardless, the Devils are just, they kicked the shit out of him.
Took it to the backhand. Then they score! Marino got it! To Tatar!
Tomas Tatar still doing stuff. Good for him. Devils win. They move on to face the Hurricanes. So now in the NHL, it was supposed to be this epic series between Toronto and Boston. Nope. Boston shit the bed. So it's going to be Toronto versus Florida, Carolina versus New Jersey in the Final Four. In the Western Conference, any series that we're really looking forward to? Kraken and Stars. A lot of shades of green in that one. No. And the Oilers and the Knights. So probably not what the NHL was hoping for in a couple of different ways, but also a lot of cool storylines. The two new franchises hopefully getting ingrained into their communities. The Knights are really taking off in Vegas. They're the best franchise in Vegas by far. Certainly going to be better than the A's. They're not going to try to win. Or, I don't know. Are they going to change? Are the Vegas Athletics going to change their name? That's the question. Oilers, Knights, Kraken, Stars, Panthers, Leafs, Devils, Hurricanes. 2 games tonight. Panthers and Leafs tonight. Kraken and Stars later tonight, and then the other 2 games tomorrow. In the association last night, more than just the Sixers game, there was the Nuggets game. The Nuggets go up 2-0 on the Suns. My take is that it might be the Nuggets here, guys. They've got Nikola Jokic, back-to-back MVP winner in 21 and 22. They've got Jamal Murray. The Suns, I thought the Suns might have a chance at it, but the Nuggets are really good. And they've been kind of screwing around as a top 3 seed in the West for a number of years. It just seems like they have some injuries or they get eliminated by the team that goes on to win. Like, they're pretty good. Miami came back to beat the New York Knickerbockers in game 1 of that series over the weekend. The weirdest thing ever is the NBA is cool starting round 2 before round 1 ends. I don't know. I understand the TV schedule, but it doesn't make sense. Just the NBA is so good at just milking shit. Why not just milk it another day or two? I don't. So Heat and Knicks game 2 tonight. Lakers-Warriors game 1 tonight. That is a legacy series. Steph Curry versus LeBron James, and both of them versus Michael Jordan's memory or ghost or legacy, whatever. If Steph wins, he's got 5 championships. If LeBron wins, I think is this going to be his 6th or is this his 5th? They're both, if they win this, they're 5th. I don't know. If Steph wins, that's 3 without Kevin Durant, which is pretty crazy when you think about it and say it out loud. But the winner will go on to the Western Conference Finals where they'll play the winner of the Suns and the Nuggets. And you think to yourself, well, who do I like better, the Lakers or the Warriors versus the Nuggets? Well, probably the Nuggets. That's kind of my point. So a lot of great stuff happening in the East, but the worst case scenario for the NBA is that the Suns or the Nuggets advance to the finals. They want Lakers or Warriors to go to the finals again against one of these 76ers, Celtics, Knicks would be great. The Heat going to the finals would be a big bummer for the NBA, one has to imagine, but maybe not. Heat culture, Eric Spoelstra is the best coach in the NBA, and I think he's the best coach in the NBA, but what do I know? The NFL draft happened over the weekend, and we'll just go over it quickly because, all of them, draft takes are objectively stupid. Like, you can make arguments for the first 10 to 20 picks. After that, it's all dumb, and it's the equal amount of dumb. There's no less or more like, oh, that was a great value pick. No, that just means they drafted a guy that you thought was good way later than you thought he would go. That just means that doesn't mean they have a great value in their player. It means that you don't know what matters and you thought you did, and you fucking don't. NFL draft attendance, Kansas City, 312,000. The second largest draft attendance on record, significantly behind Nashville, which was over 600,000, which makes sense. It was the best weather draft. And also, if you're in Vegas, having the draft in Vegas is dumb. You want to have it in these weird Midwestern cities because there's nothing going on. Cleveland, 160. That's embarrassing for them. I forgot that happened. Gross. That's not bad. Nobody went to that one. 160,000. But next year, it is in Detroit, Motor City. Weather this weekend across the country, gross. So hopefully that is a better situation next year, I guess. Home runs abound yesterday. Here's one from Ronald Acuna.
John Curtis was just recalled from AAA yesterday, and now he finds himself in the center of the diamond, and he serves up a ball.
It's not in the camera shot. They're like, because you learn as a cameraman to find like where the ball is going to come down. They don't have the third deck in the shot. Ronald Acuna on the road against the New York Metropolitans. And, fun fact, after this home run, the Mets fans booed for a while, despite having a team that maybe could win the World Series. Who knows? I mean, baseball takes so long. Who the hell knows? The Boston Red Sox, how about another home run?
There's a shot, driven out to right. Did he do it again? Yes, he did! Yes, he did!
Walk-off homer for the Sox, which is good because Boston sports is having a meltdown right now, which is amazing. We have home runs all over the place in Major League Baseball. Baseball players playing baseball. Did you know that most NHL teams have a goal song similar to like a touchdown song in college, or a fight song in college, or a touchdown song in the pros, which like E-A-G. Okay. Well, the Devils, being in Newark, all of these people, Newark, the Devils, the Islanders, and the Rangers fans hate each other more than they hate other teams. Like if you're a New York fan, like say you like the Giants, the Rangers, and the Knicks, or if you like the Nets, the Devils, the Jets, and the Mets, right? There's like two versions of New York fans. If you're on one side of that, you hate the hockey rivalries are the biggest ones. Mets fans and Yankees fans, they kind of hate each other, but it's more of like a yeah, whatever. Devils, Islanders, and Rangers fans, that's where New York fandom it reaches peak hatred. The Devils fans stole the song. Rangers suck. What a great use of a bullhorn. Loser. Just joking. That was awesome. I thought the Rangers would win the Stanley Cup. I also like the Leafs and the Oilers, so 2 out of 3 ain't bad, as they like to say. Is that what they like to say? I don't know, man. I'm tired because I was in Harrisburg. Controversial Wednesday. We're going to get into some gambling shit on Controversial Wednesday. Turns out gambling's bad, okay? And yeah, we'll get into it. Things going on out there in gambling town. See that?